Hello everyone, my name is Dacotah from the Co-op Cops. I also write reviews over at nintendocharge.com. Now for the first time ever, I'm going to be doing a video review of what game you might ask. Well, if you have a little patience here, you gotta wait for the video roll to come through. Hold on. Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate Deluxe Edition. I'm playing it on the Wii U. Basically, they finally ported it over, so I'm sure for those of you who haven't played it, you're probably wondering what the heck the storyline is. Basically, Black Mask, Penguin, and Joker have taken over Blackgate Prison. It's your job to free the hostages and restore order to the system. Now, enough about me. Let's get to the gameplay. Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate Edition is more or less of a 2D side-scroller with 3D elements inside. It is not a Batman game. If you are expecting that, then you're going to be a little disappointed. The game likes to focus heavily on scenes like this where you're trying to get up the building, so there's a lot of sprawling, and it tries to make it feel like it's open world when really it's not. It's a 2D platformer. Now that can be confusing and a little bit infuriating because maybe you want to walk forward to the ladder but really you have to hold right. It can cause confusion. Now I'm nitpicking here, but that's kind of the point of a review. One thing I did enjoy a lot was they included off-TV play, which is a big selling point for the Wii U. So let's talk about the combat style. It's pretty much the same, minus the fact that instead of being completely surrounded and enveloped in a bunch of dudes that want to beat the crap out of you, instead you have some guys in front of you and some guys behind you. I found that system to actually be a little bit broken, only because if you got to one side of them, you could just keep punching or kicking or whatever Batman does, and they can't do anything. They just pretty much fall over and die. I found the system itself to actually be kind of clunky, and I felt like I wanted a lot out of it. And in my opinion, it was bad. It was chunky. It was like they kind of just went, well, hey, you like skee-ball? Here, play with a cube. It's the same thing. You just roll it. It's not going to work. You can't control that. It's hard to do. One thing I did enjoy was the comic book scenes in between. It added a nice feature to it and a different mood to it that, you know, they didn't need to do the animations. Instead, they just did these panels. Not a lot of movement was needed to get the point across. And I thought that was a very cool addition. Also, because some of the animations were a little creepy, especially some of Catwoman's movements, in my opinion, were a little just odd. Detective mode is back. It is heavily used in this game for some reason. There are ledges that you think you might be able to jump over, and in the other games you'd be right to say so, but for some reason you need to do detective mode and instead blow up a wall or something like that. Another complaint I had was the first few minutes of the game are super boring, and the mission, and like the one I'm playing here, is just ridiculously boring. I just didn't like it. It just wasn't fun. Now, of course, the scene I chose best represents a Batman game. It's that stealth style that sometimes you have to implement in the previous games. I just couldn't get on board with this game as much as I thought I'd be able to, which sucks mainly because I spent the money out of pocket to pay for the game. The boss fights were too easy. It was, instead of like a mob of 10 people and the boss and more people coming in and still fighting the boss, instead it was just you and the boss did a move, and then you stun them after the move. You beat the shit out of them, then they do a new move, then you stun them, then you beat the shit out of them over and over until they're dead, and it was just repetitive and boring. That being said, it is not a bad game. It is for people with a particular taste. I'll probably still play through the game 100%. However, I don't think it is worth the $20 price tag that they are asking. At all. That being said, it is a good game at heart. It gets a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching.